In Hawaii, fishermen have provided generations of island families with the freshest seafood. And much like the ocean gatherers of pre-contact Hawaii, today our long-lining fishermen continue to feed our communities. Best of all, longliners in Hawaii, with their sustainable fishing practices, are showcasing to the world an ocean resource management model that provides all of us with fresh fish for today and for tomorrow. After almost 5 weeks of non-stop work on the ocean, the captain and the crew of the Sea Pearl have returned to Honolulu. But even though it's 2 in the morning, their responsibilities continue. Unloading their fish will keep them busy until sunrise. Greg, how long have you been fishing?
I would say I started making a living from fishing when I was 14 years old.
Yeah, I've heard that you've fished just about every ocean in the world.
Yes, I have. Africa, Middle East, Indian Ocean, everywhere, China.
Now, a lot of us don't know too much about longlining. Now, operating out of Honolulu, how long are you going to run the boat before you actually start fishing?
That depends on the time of the year. A minimum of 3 days and anywhere up to 7 days. Sometimes we go a long ways away, 1,000 miles.
Wow. So the crew starts their day about what time?
When the sun's coming up. We try to put out our line. We like to put out our line right when the sun starts to come up. So they start at daylight. An average day of fishing, it takes, to actually put out our line, which is about 35 miles in length, it takes 5 hours to put it out. All right, we're getting ready to make our first set today.
Greg, how many hooks do you guys put out every day?
3,400.
And how many fish are you going to catch every day?
I would say we would average about 20 pieces of fish on an average day.
For that many hooks?
Yes.
That's amazing. I don't think people realize that it takes that much work to catch 20 fish.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah. What are you using for bait?
Normally, for the tuna industry, tuna fishing, we use a sama.
Okay. The mackerel.
Yes.
When do you bring the lines back in?
When we finish setting, we let it sit until about right when the sun starts to go down again. It's a cycle every day. You have to put it out and you have to get it back. So the faster we do it, the sooner we can take a nice little break.
How big is a crew?
On my vessel, we're a large, about the largest vessels here. And we carry a 6-man crew, plus myself, so it's 7.
What are the individual responsibilities of the crew?
To be what I call a professional fisherman. And it takes 2 full years for a man doing this to become a pro. He's in school. Like I have rookies right now that started, I don't know, 8, 9 months ago. And it'll take them 2 full years of training before they become a professional fisherman. And then then they're a professional man and they know pretty much everything to do on board that vessel. There's a lot, like I said, to being a professional fisherman. And one of them is your attitude, which is critical. Because we live at sea. We're on the Sea Pearl, normally 30 days at sea and 48 hours at the dock. We don't take much time off at all. We got a little bird that landed on our boat. They're usually a sign of good fishing, these little birds. In fact, it's a little petrel, they call them. We're gonna let him go. And there he goes. Anyway, that's my favorite bird.
Tell me about the hooks.
We used to use a different hook. It was a special tuna hook for years. It was just a standard one. But over the years, we've changed it because we learned how to reduce unwanted catch. And the hooks that we're using today they're actually pretty special. They're all a jaw hook. We don't use any more straight hooks. And they all hook them in the jaw. So that the hook doesn't hurt the fish actually. It's just jaw hook. Some fish, we release a lot of fish. You know, I've had trips where we released 400 or 500 ahi. The little small ones, we're gonna let them grow up, so we can catch them, you know, in a few years. And some trips we catch 20, 30, 40, 50 a day to the smaller guys. And they're all usually alive and they're hooked right in the side of the jaw. So they're uninjured. We just take them and let them go, throw them back. But also another thing about the hooks that we use today is that they're designed to where if it's too big of a fish, say like any type of a whale or something, the hook straightens out and it lets the whale go away uninjured without any gear on it. So it's been modified a lot.
So all these fish, when they come off the hooks on a daily basis, where do they go then?
Well, right away, we're trying to produce a most sashimi product. So it very quickly, you know, the fish has to be cleaned and then right away on the ice. Right away.
So it comes off the hook, 2 hours later, it's under ice?
Oh no, 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
The maximum.
Wow.
Maximum. It's very fast. My men are trained well. If it doesn't go in there in 10 minutes, they'll hear their captain.
Makes it look easy.
You guys, and myself included, we love what we do. Very few industries or businesses that I know that people that do, they really love what they do. I love what I do. I've been doing it all my life. There's nothing more exciting. And the crew loves what they do. It's so exciting for those boys, you know, for the men. I mean, they're just to catch a fish every time. It's exciting. You don't know if you're going to catch them or not. A lot of fish get away.
Evidence! What happened? What size?
Maybe 16.
What kinds of fish besides tuna?
Well, we catch a lot of different species. You know, we'll catch. It depends. You know, on different depths of your line, there's different fish. And so, on the top of your line, it's you catch some marlin, mahimahi, ono, and then you go a little deeper and you're catching the ahi. On the top, the yellowfins, deeper the big eye. The more deeper, you're going to catch the opah, the moonfish, and deeper still, the monchong.
Ah, nice fish, fellas. Last buoy come in. We're heading to Hawaii, Honolulu. That's it, boys.
You know, I tell all the guys, all the men working for me, that we want to produce the best, freshest, top quality fish we can, and that all of us, my men, to be proud of what you catch. Like we sell our fish on the auction floor, and every fish is sold individually. And everybody, we want them to know that that fish came from the sea pearl, and be proud of it, man. So take excellent care of it. So when you sell it, you're proud to say, that's my fish. We caught it.
Our thanks to the captain and crew for sharing their hard work with us aboard the Sea Pearl. More on The Fishing Show right after this.